Hi, thanks for being here. I've never done a video before, but I had this massive kind of like realisation last night. Some people call it a download in the spiritual community, but kind of just came to me and I couldn't really stop writing about it. I felt the need to share it. It might resonate with some people, it might not. That's cool. You know, some people might have skipped onto the video already, and some people might watch it. It might ring true. Some people might think, "Oh, I don't believe that," and that's all right. You know, it's all right. I believe that we can all have our own truths. We can all have our own beliefs. That's everyone's prerogative. But I also believe that this will reach whoever it needs to reach, and you know, those who resonate with this, it will make a difference. And maybe help someone, and if it doesn't, that's fine. It was just a lesson for me. Yeah, it's my first video, so it's funny with the kind of context of this video. It's funny that I should feel fear around how I be perceived and how I come across. You know, fear and what I look like, how I speak, that kind of stuff. If anyone knows me, I don't do videos. I don't even like sending voice notes. So this is a big step. And thank you for being here. If you're here, if you're not here, thanks for being wherever you are. So yeah, I had this massive realisation last night, and it was all around free will and destiny. We talk about, in some spiritual communities, talk about, you know, yes, we have free will and we have destiny. You know, we're destined to reach a certain or do a certain thing, but we have the free will to be able to make the choices to be able to get there. And I had this realisation last night, or this kind of download, it's just this load of information that just came in after my meditation. And it was, what if free will is an illusion? You have to bear with me here. What if all the choices that we have to make are already made? You know, everything that we want to manifest has already, the perfect thing that has already been manifested, that needs to manifest. And that truly waking up, we can call it a spiritual awakening, truly waking up is realising that. You know, and this illusion that the mind has over us is the illusion of that we have this free will or this choice, or call it whatever you want. And awakening is getting out of that mind and into the soul. You know, and the soul knows that. The soul is part of the whole, the spirit, universal consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter to me. And the removal of the fear of the mind is the realisation that we're part of that whole. You know, we talk about some spiritual communities in metaphysics, we talk about timelines, and it was, what if that is just a mind? You know, different timelines, for those who don't understand, different timelines is, you know, you'd go down one route if you made one choice, and you go down another route if you made another choice. You know, different dimensions. What if that was just the mind trying to cope with the concept that free will is an illusion? Trying to make us feel better, trying to make us feel in control, trying to protect us from fear. It's actually that that's creating the fear in the first place. And without that free will, without that illusion of free will, what if that, without that we're free to live in the peace and happiness, and knowing that there are no wrong choices because the choice is already made? What if it's the illusion of free will that's keeping us in this matrix, keeping us in this mind, keeping us in this fear, the fear of making the wrong choice, and that we will forever, you know, make the right choice, the perfect choice, because that's the only choice that is made for us, is there for us. What if there's a, you know, if we think about the past, there's been an infinite number of perfect choices that have helped us reach this point. Infinite number. Any one of those small little decisions had gone a different way, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be there. The earth would maybe not be here. Nothing would be here. Or it would be very different. You know, we'd evolved, or things would have gone in a very different direction. It's all the way it's supposed to be. What if it was all the way it's supposed to be and it always will be the way it's supposed to be? There's no good or bad. There's no right or wrong. It just is. Just is. Everything just is. And quantum physics says that, or proves to us that there's no time. Everything is happening at the same time. It's just in a different location because it's already happened. What if that is destiny? What if that is the map that's already been mapped out? That life is already, the decision's already made. It's all a game because it doesn't matter what we choose. If we choose right or wrong, because it's already been chosen. What if that choice has already been made and you can just relax? And even if you make a choice and then instantly go back and choose something different, choose the other option, I went left, oh no, I'll quickly go back, I'm going to go right. What if that was designed to happen? You were always designed to make that choice between left and right and go back and make the opposite choice. We talk about equality in life, we talk about equality between people. Life these days seems to be a competition. Who can be the best? Who's got the most money? Who's got the most this, the most that? If we realised that there was no free will and it was all destiny, it was all working together as one, and everyone's playing their part. You wouldn't race if you knew the race was fixed. You knew that the outcome was destined. It doesn't mean you don't do anything. I'm not saying don't do anything. There's no doing. Just sit back and watch it all happen. What I'm saying is, remove the fear of making the wrong choices. With flow, intuitively, the flow of life. Go with what feels right, knowing that it's always the right choice. Removing that fear. Removing the fear that it's the wrong choice. It's like the cells in the body. The blood cell doesn't question whether it should have gone left or should have gone right. It just says, it doesn't say I should go to the heart, or I want to choose to go to the heart and not go to the liver. It just goes where it's supposed to go. And does what it's destined to do. What if we were given a mind just to perceive that journey? Just to see what it's like, just to go along for the ride. Rather than write the script, we're just there to enjoy it, just to perceive it. But it kind of got lost along the way. The mind got involved. I look at it and I think of suffering, the suffering in the world, the suffering inside ourselves. Suffering inside ourselves is, for me, is always fear that I made the wrong choice, or fear that I'm going to make the wrong choice, or fear that someone else has made the wrong choice or is going to make the wrong choice. What if there was no wrong choice? What if we're all acting as one, like the cells in the body? We all act as one. You just flow, and you go to the shop or you spot something on Amazon and you buy it, and then a month later you think, I haven't even used that. Why did I buy it? Maybe it's because it was for the whole. Maybe that £10, £20 or whatever it was supposed to be spent with that vendor for them, for the whole experience. Not just for your experience. It might be irrelevant for you, but for the whole, it means something. That might have meant they could go in and just work on something else and impact someone else's life and something else. That butterfly effect. Just because it doesn't mean all that much to you doesn't mean that 10, 20 steps down the line it hasn't made a massive difference somewhere else. Like I said, it doesn't mean you don't do anything. Maybe we're just designed to do those things, but sit back behind the mind and as an observer, from being Just flow with life. There's no wrong, it's all the way it's supposed to be. How many times do we say, oh, I don't know why I did that? Maybe it was because it wasn't for you. It wasn't for your journey. You don't see the impact of it. But if we were to take that bird's eye view and look at the whole, we're like, wow, that made a difference. Like I said, the blood cell doesn't know it's delivering oxygen to the muscle to do this particular, action, to do something else. It just knows that's its destiny. But the bigger picture is it's helping the body function. The same with the animal kingdom. We don't see the animals questioning, is this right, is this wrong? They just flow. It's a flow of life. We have a word for cells in the body that supposedly choose to do something they're not supposed to do. And we call that cancer. But what if that's predestined as well? What if that's supposed to happen? Not necessarily for the benefit of the individual. When I say benefit, I don't mean to be crass or, I know people suffer through that stuff. But what if it was for the impact of the whole? What if we could just relax through that? What if we could happen and watch it with joy? How freeing would it be? How freeing is it to think that we can relax? Every choice we make is the right choice. We can just sit back in peace, with true freedom, to be able to enjoy that. We think freedom is free will, but with free will becomes the prison of the mind. And the questioning, is it right, is it wrong? What if it's all predestined? Like in a film, we love watching films. It's like we like experiencing life unfold or something unfold without having to write the script, without having to make the decisions, without having to worry, is it the right choice, is it the wrong choice? You watch the same film over and over again, you know what the outcome's going to be. You still watch it because you enjoy it. Enjoy the process. What if that's life? Yeah, it was a massive download last night. It was a massive realisation. Something I had to record. I'm sure there'll be more to come. I don't know if that's helped anyone. I know that it's like the ultimate surrender. The ultimate surrender is realising it's all mapped out. It's all there. And we just get to enjoy the ride, get to enjoy the journey. We just have to get out of our mind and into life. Stop worrying. Start living. I think 2020 showed us a lot of that. Everything happens for a reason, for the whole, for the collective, whatever you want to call it, for the world, for the universe. It's all just happening. It's all flowing. Whether you call it the universe, destiny, fate, God, whatever, Jesus, don't mind. It's the same for me. We just let it flow, relax, enjoy life. Let the heart, we've got this beautiful heart that plays music like an orchestra. When things are happening and it plays really high notes and it's, I have joy. Play really low notes and it's sad. If we can sit back and we can get out of the mind that one is good and one is bad, and just watch and feel. It's quite amazing to feel that heart play that tune. And that's part of the experience of life. It's amazing. Peace. The mind's quiet. The soul just watches. The real you just watches and enjoys every moment of it. Whether the mind's going to label it good or bad, it's all the same. It's all energy. that just flows. We just go with the ebbs and flows of life. That was it. It was massive last night. But it brought a lot of peace. So thank you for listening. I'm sure I'll be doing more of these. I didn't really want to be doing this, but I felt drawn to do it. Like I said, I don't know who needs to hear it, who's supposed to hear it. Some of you won't have resonated with. That's fine. Some of you might feel drawn to a comment, agree and disagree, don't mind. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I want to help. That's what I'm here for. That's the journey for me. And I'm going to sit back and relax and watch the way it plays out. See what life throws my way. Flow with it. Or try my best to anyway. So thank you. And yeah, I'll see if I can post some more.